Hello and welcome back to Locator Gaming. I'm continuing on with my Role Player Adventures playthrough. Like I think I said in the last episode, maybe it was a different game, different video, I'm trying to go through some of these campaign games that I've got started and haven't got finished before I start on some other ones. So I'm on Adventure 9, the Girlong Colossus. I have to finish leveling up from the last one, and I think I'm just going to do kind of the same thing. I really like having bonus play tokens to use the deep card pool that I've got. So my play limit is 2. I've got 6 bonus play tokens so far. So those two added together is 8. You add 5 on top of that is 13. So I got to spend 13 of this 15 XP on that. And I'm just going to get 1 hit point for each character to finish off the XP. That's going to take them to 25. So any future hit points I buy for them is going to cost 2 XP per hit point instead of just 1 XP. So 25 and 25. I think I've got the board set up. We've got 1, 2, 4, 1. Nope, I'm 1 short here. 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 1. Got our cards all out. These are all flipped over. There's a backstory for the Dreamweaver at location D in Adventure 9. So let's see. We've got the adventure map on the center of the table. We've got 1 XP on A, B, C, and D. The party journal's all set up already. The character sheets are all set up. So we need encounter tokens 1 through 4. There's nothing special like in the last one where we had it number 6 that was already out, like on the board. Let me give them one last kind of like spin and... Oh, this one actually is kind of special. You put 3 of them out, I think. Fill each of the 3 available encounter spaces face down. Leave the remaining encounter token face down in the pool for later use. Yeah, so we'll go there. That one kind of wanted to be there, there. And we'll leave this one down here for later use. And there was also a special rule here, the sentry token. Find the sentry token and place it face up on location D. So we've got sentry token up here in location D. If you explore a location that has a sentry token on it, there may be action indicators that say, if it's here, do something different. I believe that's everything. We've got the dice. I've got the adventure book. It's still open to 8, but I can flip that to 9. So your adventure begins. At Cuddy's Landing, you learn that the Immortal Knight is lost in another plane, and that the Girlong Colossus can take you to him if you can get it working again. You've traveled to Girlong Bay, where the Colossus rests peacefully in the tidewaters. Strange sounds reverberate within the giant's metal body. The villagers of Girlong believe it to be possessed. To your surprise, an Elvis fisherman waits for you with a rowboat. He introduces himself as Hans Baja and offers you a plank of wood as you step onto his vessel. Welcome aboard, he says, expecting a laugh. So A and board are separated, so he's like handing you a piece of wood saying, welcome aboard. When you stare at him blankly, he pushes off, grumbling about your poor sense of humor. As you cross the bay, a small purple rift opens and closes again over the giant's shoulder. It seems the Colossus has attracted visitors from another plane. The side of Baja's skiff gently collides with the metal hulk near a large open porthole. Take this with you, he says. Reveal Discovery Card 71. Discovery. So this is like probably the item that we seem to get at the beginning of every scenario. Ooh, Mechanical Sparrow, and it's my favorite kind. It costs no fatigue to play. Mechanical Sparrow. The vibrant cards in this game with all the color and stuff, they show up so well on this camera. Some of the cards from other games, of course the writing on some of those other games is kind of small and stuff too. Anyway, a scrap of parchment in the sparrow's beak has anonymous orders for Baja to row you to the Colossus. I'm glad to be free of it, he says. It's been a great burden to me. Burden spelled B-I-R-D-E-N. Place your party marker on location A, read entry A. A is the engine room. If you have the keyword Dreamtime, no. If there's no XP, but there is. Otherwise, collect and continue reading. We know how this game is played. Inside the rusted hulk, it is warm, humid, and dark. Strange metallic sounds echo along narrow corridors. The sunken hull beneath you groans with the shifting pressures of the sea. Your entry point appears to be an engine room. 6 circular gongs rest against 6 crystal shafts full of red sand. Pistons sitting at different heights suggest that the movement of this sand once drove the core mechanisms of the Colossus. At the base of this array, 5 rusty automaton sentries lie half buried in a row of fitted impressions in the floor. Their dergolium chest plates are all open, revealing hollow chambers within. Each sentry, its slot, and its corresponding crystal shaft are painted with numbers 1 through 6. Slot number 4 is vacant. Its shaft is cracked and empty. A path of angular footprints leads through red sand spread across the floor. The corridor ahead branches in 2 directions. The passage to the right smells of old leather. The passage to the left of fresh leaves. If you have the title Cat Rescuer, I think we looked for this last time. I don't think I have anything related to a cat. No cat stuff. Oops. Oh, I kind of skipped over it. I didn't do the market because 2 gold is not enough to buy anything. So the only thing we can do is move to another location. We can't even use an item or anything. So it said, and I guess you can kind of tell here, the steel lungs, there's like a tree inside. And then we have dragon hide heart. And you have, oh no, I guess you could go in between them like this, right? So let's go to the steel lungs first, because then this one kind of leads up to the, actually if the sentry moves, it might move down this way. And I don't know yet if the sentry's good or bad. Let's go to C first. Dragon heart, or dragon hide heart. So we have to do this encounter. It's number 1. Oh, there's like a fly or something on here. Get away, fly. 9. Girlong Colossus. 1. If the sentry token is on the adventure map, roll a die. 5. If the result is 3 or higher, move the sentry 1 location counterclockwise from D to B, B to C, or C to D. Okay, so the sentry is going to go to B. Otherwise, do not move the sentry token. If you have the keyword harmless, or if you have the keyword danger, we don't have either of those. We don't have any keywords yet. In a ladder way that passes through a maze of turning gears and sprockets, you reach a landing and stop to admire the complex movements around you. A door opens and out comes a short, dark figure with a pink crystal embedded in its face, examining a glowing staff of purple stone. The figure appears to be wearing a suit of black rubber. When it looks up and notices you, the figure startles and races back to the door, only to find that it is now locked. Cornered, the figure draws a line in the air with its staff, producing a spear of vibrant pink energy. The being grabs hold of the spear and lunges towards you, forcing you to the edge of the landing. The interlocking teeth of massive gears turn behind you. We can try to make peace with the strange figure, or defend yourself before it pushes you over the edge. We'll try to make peace. It's a wisdom and charisma check. We've got all kinds of wisdom and all kinds of purple dice and stuff in this deck. So 13, purple being the wisdom, or I mean the charisma color. You raise your hands to show you mean no harm as the pink crystal face of the figure begins to glow. If your Starlet dwarf favor is 4 or higher, it's 5. Each player adds 1 stamina to either their wisdom or charisma attribute row from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. Let's put 1 in charisma here because that would make it an even number. And then I guess we'll just go with wisdom over here. Skill check, charm 4. Okay. This is our first level 4 test. Let's push this up a little bit. Charm 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple, 3 white, and a green. The dice limit is 10. Well, like I said, we can get 2 purple, and I took the green, I think, instead of the white scroll last time. Green manipulation, that's purple manipulation. There's our 2 purple. That's a random anything, or not random, get one of our choice. Well, we can get 2 purple and a green by using this. We have a little bit of change to white. I think we have like 1 or 2 change to white. So let's get 3 purple and a white. Geez, all the purple on the bottom. 1. Oh, I gotta put this discovery deck back. Where the heck are all the purple? 2, 3. We're gonna get so much random. I don't know, maybe that's not smart. Let's go with another white. Just want to keep this tidy, so I'm gonna go 5 out of here. I feel like this all got pushed over a little bit. There we go. Now you can see that it says charm. Okay, discovery deck back. That's 5, and then we get 5 random because it's a dice limit of 10. I gotta really mix this up. Ooh, this green needs to be in here. Wish we had like a white and purple familiar. How many is this? This is 3. 2 green and a white. So we need 2 more. Blue and black. I don't think I have anything that actually changes to purple, but I have some like change to any color, I think. That's a lot of purple 6s. Might as well just put 1 in the any. Green 4, white 4, white 1. I think I have a purple flip in here. 5 to any color. I don't have a 5. Green to any color. So this green could become a purple with that card. I've got my glaive. Any color to a 3. and then a flip. Don't I have a purple flip? Any color to a 5. But I don't, oh, I have a, do I have a decrease? There's my purple flip. For the purple 1. Any color to a 3. And I have a green to any color. So I don't necessarily need this just yet. So I've taken care potentially of these 3. I need a purple 5 and a white 2. Purple 5 and a white 2. 3 or 4 to any color. Well, we've got that. Let's see, the 4. I could switch like one of these 4s. Say the blue one to purple, and then use the glaive. But let's see what else we got. Any color to a 6. Anything to green or white, we don't really need that. Blue up or down, anything to red or white. Increase blue, no. Red to any color, no. Flip a green or blue. How can I get that? I mean, I guess I have, I could flip the white, and then I've got a white manipulation. Okay, so we can do this. Let's just start playing cards. And these 3 are all on this side. So this one is going to be green to any color. We're going to make it purple. That's 1. Runic Bones, any color to a 3. So we're going to take this purple to a 3. That's a spent card. Now we're into bonus plays. Charm, we're going to flip to a 1. I could flip 2 purple dice, but I only have 1 to flip. That's a bonus play. Now on this side, Resolute, 3 or 4 to any color. We're going to change this to purple. Yes, it has to be changed first, right? Yeah, so change it to purple. Then I play Glaive on this side with a bonus play to make it a 5 to go here. Then our other free play is down here somewhere on this side. Runic Pendant is a flip of a white, so from 4 to 3. And then bonus play of Vampiric Skull to take it down to a 2. Okay. So, gain rewards, still 2 XP. On a level 4 there. Return all dice and modifiers. All 10 dice. Back into the bag. Discard cards back into the decks. This is done. We don't need to flip the rest token. And we go back to here. 29. Figure seems satisfied and puts its spear away. Figure releases its grip on its spear, which vanishes in response. It points to the purple stone staff at the ground, projecting light to show you a 3-dimensional map of the Colossus and its passageways. The image expands to focus on your current location. And then the figure traces a route up to the left shoulder of the giant. It seems that this strange explorer is inviting you to its camp. Reveal discovery card 4, and also reveal discovery card 52 and place XP on it. Record the keyword harmless. Harmless 4 and 52. "52" is a part of the map, and then 4 is another part of the map. So 4 goes in circle 4 right there. And this is like triangles 4. Up on the left shoulder, place an XP on it. Kleinox Camp. So that's interesting. This was all still just part of that encounter. We haven't even gotten to the heart space. We could have had that. We might not even have had that. It could have been over here. Okay, interesting. We can rest or move to the next location on our path. You know, I took those 5 things out and I never even put these. I was just looking and I was like, wait a minute, I spent more cubes than that. Like, I'm a sucker for resting. I think we only need to spend 1 XP. Yeah. At some point, I think this might come back to bite me by like resting too much. Put our bonus play stuff back. Spent cards go back into our deck. I'm going to spend 1 XP to roll 1 die for each. 5 and 4, so red will end up with 1. I'm going to need a bunch of these cubes to refill these rows. So red's left with 1, green is empty. 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Flip that. This is done. All right. So we're continuing on to C. Dragon Hide Heart. If you have the keyword pump, we do not. If there's no XP, otherwise collect the XP. If the sentry was here, we'd have to do something different. Otherwise, continue reading. A ladderway brings you up into an alcove with a long counter that contains a wooden cutting board, a water basin filled from an iron pipe, and a small fire. You search the counter and find an odd bit of machinery, a hand crank with a keyhole-shaped end. Reveal discovery card 58. This sounds like an item. Hand crank. Costs a fatigue to use. Overhead, there's a massive, dark, and spherical chamber in which hangs a gigantic sack of dragon hide. Oil drips from above, so you climb the sides of the alcove to get a better look. The dragon hide sack is attached to 2 pipes, each of which is controlled by a large valve wheel. Nested around these pipes is a sizable owlbear, which raises its head and blinks lazily in your direction. Attack the creature while you still can, or startle it and hope that it will flee. So attacking it is a combat right away. Startling it is a strength and intelligence check. My concern with trying to do the Starlet is, well, it blinks lazily in your direction, so maybe it's not aggressive owlbear. I almost always try to do these story ones before doing the like combat stuff, so we'll startle it. You bang on the walls of the chamber and shout at the top of your lungs. The owlbear is startled, but it has not yet moved from its nest. If you're playing in legendary mode, we would add the crazed modifier to the skill check, but we're not. So we're going to do resistance 4. Four red, 3 blue, a white, and a purple. That's that one right there is the one we're on. Blue. Getting blue. I think I'm gonna have to go like all in, so that gets me 2 red. I can get a purple, but white is troublesome, so I think I'll get a white. I can get 2 blue. It seems like my Centurion is always the one that has like a ton of fatigue on it. And I don't think I'm going to spend a bunch of other cubes, because at this point I'd be spending them 3 for 1. Unless maybe I should just get a purple. So my scrolls really aren't going to help me that much because it's like colors of dice that aren't really there. Yeah, I'll get a purple. So that's 6. What is this gnat? Hey. 4 more. That's 3. Oh, 2 green and a red is good. Come on, red. I've got a red and blue familiar. Wow, another green. Looks like the ice bear is coming out. That's 10, right? We've got a blue 6. A red 6. These greens are no help. Okay, so let's go familiar hunting. Ice bears, red and blue. That's a 3. Probably best for that to go there, because we can manipulate this to go here. I think I've got like a 5 to any color thing. Let's just get this out of the way with the white die. I think I have one that's not a spent card somewhere though. I'll leave that for last and see who really needs it. So here's a any color to 3 for that. One of these can probably go for that. This purple is kind of a problem. Here's a green to any color for that. So these are all on this side. I've got red manipulation here somewhere. Do I have to decrease purple by 2? Yeah, spell book. Thought I had some kind of weapon or something that would decrease purple. That's a green to any color. Okay. Here's red. These are the blue ones. That takes care of the white one. We need to figure out something to do with this purple. If I have to, I've got a red to any color, I think, on this side also. 3 or 4. Any color to a 1. There we go, the red pearl. Okay, so we're just going to play this. So that's 2 on this side, this purple to a 1. So we're done with our free plays. So now it doesn't really matter who plays cards. We're done with free plays on this side. Let's take an any color to a 3. That's 1 card. Green to any color. We'll change this to blue. That's our free play. Spellbook, the white die, down for a bonus play. Spiked club, the red 1, up to a 2 for a bonus play. And then this can be anything. All right. Discards go back. Dice go in the bag. The rest gets flipped. So now I think I might chance it because I only used 2 bonus plays. I've got 5 left. Let's see what happens though. I hope this isn't like, we still just have to do combat. Your noise scares it out of the room. See 16. Your noise frightens the owlbear so badly that it sprints from the chamber and down the ladderway. It will likely search out a more private location for its nest. With the owlbear gone, you are left alone with the valve wheels and its nest. When you turn these wheels, the dragonhide sack below you swells up, drawing in oil from one pipe, and then collapses again, pushing the oil out through the other pipe. Between contractions, you slide down the sides of the chamber and watch from the kitchen below as the heart of the Colossus pumps away. Record the keyword pump. I can use an item, rest, or move to another location. Hand crank. Do I think I need a hand crank? I didn't hear anything in that story that made it seem like I needed a hand crank. Because that costs fatigue, but we might as well talk to the bird while we can. Or talk to the bird, see what the bird says. So that's 71. The mechanical sparrow hops around on the wooden counter and pecks at the kettle, making a pleasant ding that echoes in the dark chamber above. We can use another item, rest, or move to another location. Since we're up here, let's move up to the camp. That's E. Kleinnock's camp. If there's no XP, E1, otherwise collect the XP. You reach the top of a ladder and climb out to stand on the shoulder of the Colossus, high above Girlong Bay. You can see all the way south to Jolev. To the north, you can see as far as the Great Lorkheim mountain range, which marks the end of the abandoned lands and the beginning of Dragul territory. Mechanical birds circle the head of the Colossus. A small shelter sits on the edge of the giant's shoulder, covered in moss. 2 statuesque, short, and rubber-like figures with flat pink crystals for a face rest near 3 gigantic bats. The 2 crystal-faced beings seem surprised to see you, and they approach with spears of crackling energy. Light from their glowing pink faces surrounds you. If you have the keyword harmless, which we do, we go to E2. When the glow of pink light has retreated, an image of you appears on the creatures' faces. You look friendly, communicative, and so they respond to you with kindness. They put their spears away and invite you to share their shelter. Even their riding bats are friendly to you. They gesture to invite you to rest. You relax by their tents, and they introduce themselves in gestures and projected light from their staves. As best as you can make out, they are a race known as the Kleinox. They explore the plains, collecting and preserving knowledge of all the worlds. While you converse, the Kleinox serve a fine tea that rejuvenates you. Each player refill your attribute rows to their limits. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This one goes up to 4. 1 there. 1 there. I don't know if I have enough singles to do this. I do. 1, 2, 4, 1, 4, 4. Use an item, rest, or move to another location. Well, there's other mechanical birds, so we are going to... They're flying around the head of the Colossus. Let's see what happens with the bird, because it's 0 fatigue. You show the mechanical sparrow to the crystal-faced rubber people. They nod and look it over and then point to the other mechanical birds that circle the Colossus's head. The sparrow hops over to the riding bats, who bend over to smell the little creature. She tries to chirp a greeting, but she has no voice. Use another item, rest, or move to another location. We don't really think we have anything else to do here. I mean, there was nothing that made me think that like we would need the hand crank. So if this guy moves counterclockwise every time, I don't know if he's good or bad, but I'm assuming he's bad, so I'm gonna try to avoid it for now. And I'm gonna go up here. Maybe there's a way to get up here. It sounds like I gotta go to the head maybe to release the mechanical bird. So we're gonna have to go past this encounter, which is encounter 2. If the sentry token is on the adventure map, roll a die. 6. If the result is 3 or higher, move the sentry 1 location counterclockwise from B to C. Passageway here becomes wide and short, so that you have to crouch to continue. Ahead, in a speckled patch of sunlight that falls through corroded metal above, you see the cloaked figure of a halfling lying prone on the floor. A short, dark figure with a pink crystal faceplate stands over the halfling, opening a jar of gray matter. The halfling rouses and cries out in horror when he sees the figure preparing to pour the gray matter over him. "Don't!" he cries. "It was a misunderstanding." When you hear the halfling's voice, you immediately recognize him as Tarek Nowlin. Help Tarek get away from the strange creature? Or we can see what happens when it empties its jar. It says, which is combat. I mean, can we lose access to the camp? If we help Tarek? Combat, huh? I haven't really used any of my red manipulation stuff. So far in the story, they haven't seemed like aggressive. Of course, it sounds like Tarek was aggressive with it. Gray matter. I kind of want to see what happens. I'm going to see what happens when they empty the jar on it. Oh, this is going to be bad. You approach slowly and watch as the strange creature empties the contents of the jar over Tarek. but when the gray matter makes contact with his cloak, it collapses, and Tarek is nowhere in sight. Suddenly, you feel a presence moving quickly away in the passage behind you. After the gray matter dissolves Tarek's cloak, it rises up, taking the form of a gray folk. The crystal-faced figure watches dispassionately as its pet approaches you. Oh, King's Favor down by 1. Oh boy, combat with powerful, corrosive gray folk. What's gray folk? Powerful, corrosive. Gray folk is 24. I seem to remember not being enamored with the gray folk. Wait, passive? No, powerful. I was going to say passive doesn't sound right. $24. So they take stamina away from you, I think, in between rounds. Ooh, black dice. Black and white is okay. I've got some familiars I can use. So we've got 3 black dice here, a blue die, and a white die. Lots of damage on here, so we need to get this done and over with. Powerful adds 2 more spots, a blue and a purple, with also lots of damage, 4 and 3. And corrosive says, armor, weapon, and scroll cards are placed in the spent space when played. Armor, weapon, and scroll cards. Okay. And see, I should have rested anyway because I kind of forgot that, you know, this is going to reset. I mean, the way this game works, it kind of encourages you to rest in between, even if you don't need it too bad, because I'm kind of wasting a flip here. I could have had it flipped and then flip back. It's the trade-off between spending the XP or not spending the XP, but now I have so much in here that I'll probably need to spend more XP. Okay, anyways, so we've got 5 and 5, so let me put a 5 in each of these to count quicker. Actually remember this time. So we're at 6 and 7. If we use our scroll card thing, get the purple. We're definitely going to play this familiar if we don't draw it. Scroll, we get a green. We can get a random that gets put as a 6. Flip one player's class card face up. We don't need to play that. We can get a red and manipulate it. All right. So this is a lot of value from the Shaman class ability for 1 bonus play token. We're going to get a lot of dice. I got to flip these so I don't count them as cards that I've played this fight. What am I going to buy? I'm going to get 1 black from that and a black and white from the familiar. 7 over here. Let's buy a blue on this side. We only get 5 from the bag. I'm gonna get 1 black and white. Let's buy a white on this side. Maybe I should get another blue. We've got blue and blue. I have a blue and black familiar also, I think. I do. Maybe I'm not buying a lot of dice. Although the card plays could be kind of at a premium, since I'm short 2 bonus plays right now. I'm gonna get 2 black familiars out. 1 free one from the squirrel play, but then I'm already 3 cards deep out of this hand, right? I think it's We'll see what I roll before I start getting a bunch of familiars out. And I'll get 2 randoms, I guess. For my 5 combat dice limit, purple and a white. Blue 5. So I'm going to do something interesting, actually. I'm going to, I need to move these 2. I need to get these 2 taken care of first. So any color to a 6 on this purple. And then I have a increased blue, just Ancestral Blade is fine, increased blue by 1 to a 6 for here. Then I have a card in here from my backstory. So I'm pretty sure the way this card works, this will be a bonus play. So change all dice in the dice pool to the same value. So I want to change all of these to 3s. Three, 3, 3. This is a one-time during this scenario card. So we got a 3, and a 3. So now, that was a bonus play. I've not played any cards on this side yet. I have the black and blue Shadow Drake. Familiar that I'm going to play to get that familiar out of the bag. That's the Cursed Raven. Here we go. And I'm going to play the Cursed Raven. Those are my 2 free card plays. Oh wait, with Corrosive, this is a weapon that should go to Spent. Forgot about that. So my free plays are done with both characters. We got a blue and black 1 and a white and black 5. Blue and black 1 can cover this blue here. If I have a white flipper, which I do, Runic Pendant is armor. It would go to the Spent because of Corrosive. The 5 flips to a 2 and can go in the black spot right there. Okay, we have no discards to put back. Rewards, we've got 1 XP, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 9. Dice back in the bag. I could flip thing is already flipped. These I like to put back after I'm done recording. And we go back to this book. Corrosive Gray. You obliterate the gray creature, 9-24. Oh, bummer. As the crystal-faced creature watches, you tear its pet gray folk apart, leaving nothing but a pool of slime in its place. Frightened by your prowess, the gray folk's owner flees down the passageway, leaving you to catch your breath. If you have the keyword harmless, erase it. Record the keyword danger. Ah, that's a bummer. I was hoping that that wouldn't happen. I didn't want to help Tarek because I was afraid that that would happen if I just flat out helped him. Rest, move to the next location. So I'm going to rest. Flip this. Oops. All cards back to here. Bonus plays back. And I'm at 10 and 8. This is done. How much XP am I going to spend? 10 and 8. 2. I could still get a really crappy roll with just 2. I mean, you could get a crappy roll with any number, right? Oh, why is red so bad? 4. All of greens come off. 1, 2, 4, 1, 4. And then I guess we keep moving. We go to D. This book. Antechamber. If you have the keyword sing, no. If there's no XP, otherwise we collect this. If the sentry's here, it's not. Otherwise, can you read? A spiral staircase moves up the neck of the Colossus into a cozy room covered in elaborately woven rugs and rich tapestries. Bizarre musical instruments line the walls, strings, reeds, percussion, and brass, all of which seem to have been invented in some other world. Among this collection, you find an instrument of impressive craftsmanship. Reveal discovery card 75. Crystal flute. Costs a fatigue to use. A small stuffed chair in the corner holds the bones of an ancient gnome wrapped in a flowery silk robe, a silver dagger stuck between its ribs. On its lap sits a sheet of parchment with a few bars of music inked in. You quickly commit the tune to memory. The spiral staircase continues upward but is blocked by a gear work aperture in the ceiling. I could force the passageway open, or I could tinker with the gears until they part. So forcing it is strength and dex. Tinkering with it is dex and intelligence. So we've got 10 total in strength and dex, and 6, 11 in dex and intelligence. What about color of dice manipulation? Red and black, or black and blue? Probably red and black. So let's do strength and dex d6. You place a weapon between the gears of the aperture and put all your weight on it, hoping to open the passageway. If your Starlet door is 4 or higher, it's 5. Each player adds 2 stamina to their dex attribute row from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. 2 dex. We're probably going to need a lot of black dice here then. Skill check force 4. Force 4. Deception, endurance, force. 4 red, 3 black, a green, and anything. Well, I wish it would have given us some red. And red is on the guy that's got a lot already. 3 and 1 is going to get us 2 red. We can get the familiar for another red. 3 black. I think I'm going to go with 2 black on this side. That's 4. We'll get a green on this side. That's 5. This isn't any color, so that's fine. There's a lot of 4s. I already used my card though. I'm at 9 and 7. I think I just go random. Is one of my scrolls get a red die? It is. I'm just gonna go random and then maybe I use my scroll thing. So I gotta draw 5 more. One, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Purple, blue. Well, there's another red. I've got my change anything to red. I've got a lot of red manipulation, I think, over here. Huh. Didn't start out great. So I'm going to use my shaman ability. Let's get this stuff all out of the way. Spend a bonus play token to play all of my scrolls that I want to play. I'm just going to get dice out. So 2 purple. I mean, this could help to be, if it lands on the right number, to flip it or to change it to something else. We get a black die with Dispel, green die with Protection, red die with Brimstone, and then a random die that we set to a 6. It's green, it has to be set to a 6. All of these are spent. Okay, we got a red 4, some purple 5s. So red 4 can go here. So these do not count as played cards. That was a bonus play from my ability. Making the black ones is the rough part. I can set any color. Oh, do I have a card in here that like increases? Oh, I can set any 3 or 4 to any color. Do I have another 4? I have a white 4 here. I can manipulate something down to that. So we might do this. anything to green or white. I don't really need any green or white. Anything to red or white. So I could set this purple 2 to red for that. But I was looking for my, I think I have like an increase, that's decrease, black or purple by 1 or 2. That's fine. I can decrease this. I've got my set anything to a 1 also. Decrease this by 2 to cover that. I'm gonna need a 4. Anything, any color to a 1 for this. Now let's do some stuff on this side. Let's continue to make sure. So I've got black covered. I need to make a 4. I need to play spiked club with this to cover this. This needs to become a 1. Wait, why did I pick the red die here? I think it's this to become a 1. So I need a red flip. I have a red flip somewhere. I don't need a flip. So this is the red die. Okay, red is done. Black is done. This becomes green. Or do I have another, let's see, green to any color. Anything to a 5. I just need to make another 4 somehow. And then manipulate it. Increase a blue or black or purple die by 1 or 2. So don't I have anything to green? Thought I had an anything to green. 5 to any color and then just tick it down. This is black. This is making a green 4. I just need to make any color a 4. I just need a tick down card. Purple. Sure. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my 2 free plays on this side. This purple glaive takes this 5 down to a 4 to cover the anything box, and that's a spent card. This spiked club takes the red 5 up to a red 6 to go there, and that is a discard. Two plays. This takes this 2 to a red to cover that. This takes this black, any color, to a 1 to cover that. Now this is a bonus play. 6 is a black die decrease by 1 or 2, 6 down to 4. And resolute 3 or 4 to any color. We make this 4 white 4 a green for another bonus play. Okay. So, still 2 XP. Dice go back in. We flip the rest token. Discard cards go back into our hand. Flip the rest token. We did that. Go back to the storybook entry. The leaves of the aperture slide open. D14. Your weapon gives you leverage enough to move the gearwork, sliding the aperture open. It snaps in place, leaving the way open to the Colossus's head. A billow of steam bursts from pipes overhead, and you hear a rush of water moving upwards into the passage above you. Strange lights flicker on, one after the next, up the Colossus's neck, and you hear the whirring of gears and clinking of metal above. Strange music filters down from the giant automaton's head. Record the keyword sing. Sing. Reveal discovery card 14, place 1 XP on it. Then place the remaining encounter token from the pool on the encounter space. It's 4 or higher and you do not have the keyword stash. You can discover the gnome's secret. We do not have the keyword stash, so we're going to come back to that. So, reveal discovery card 14. So that's triangles 2, or triangle 2, cube, squares, whatever. Place the thingamabob there. We're going to have to do this here in just a second, because now we have the option to move to another location. But the rest of this says, if your king's favor is 4 or higher and you do not have the keyword stash, you can discover the gnome's secret. 25. Take a closer look at the skeletal gnome and notice that her hand points directly to a large boar-hide drum in the far corner. You inspect this drum and find a secret journal stashed inside. It reveals much about this gnome, known as Colpax the Crafter. In her journal, Colpax writes of building this Colossus, its centuries, and then the construct race. She tells of unearthing several artifacts from other planes to power the centuries and to guide the Colossus on voyages across the planiverse. Several entries mention the immortal knight of Nalos, who was first concerned by Colpax's experiments but was eventually persuaded to join her expeditions. There are several torn-out pages in the back of the journal where Colpax apparently crafted spells. A few examples of her spellcrafting remain. You tear these out and roll them up for future use. Reveal one random scroll from the scroll deck and add it to one player's hand. Record the keyword stash. That's just going to prevent us from doing this again. We know who's going to get this scroll. This just makes our shaman ability that much stronger. We also have a scroll that lets us flip our class, or lets somebody flip their class card over. All right, this one. Get a white die. I think that's one that came out last time that we didn't buy. We have access to a lot of colors now with one bonus play. Our die pool gets much bigger. Oh crap, what number was that? 25. Use an item, rest, move to another location. Okay, so we have to do this. And this is Dreamweaver. Adventure 9. Girlong Colossus, the antechamber. Feeling tired, you unroll a sleeping mat from your bag and quickly drift off to sleep. You dream of an enormous mage's guild hall filled with students. One of them, a young girl named Bella, stands near the stage. This appears to be her dream. Her voice trembles as she delivers a speech on the wars between Nalos and the Dragul. She seems unprepared to speak on the subject. Her fellow students laugh at her, and she becomes increasingly frustrated. Shift the dream to help improve her speech, or help her take revenge on the other students. Well, in the past, I would have picked Shift the Dream to help her improve her speech. But I'm trying to shift, my head's probably in the way, I'm trying to shift this into a different place to get some different cards. instead of just another set of the lawful good, just to see what those cards are. So let's take revenge on the other students. 9-3. Move your alignment marker down 1. You morph the dream. As the students laugh, locusts and grasshoppers fly from their mouths. The guild hall soon turns into chaos as it fills with swarms of insects. Bella continues her speech, but as the panic in the room increases, she starts to laugh. When you wake up, you discover that you are holding the dream stone tightly in your hand. It radiates with magical energy that seems to flow through your veins. Record the personal title Locusts. Dreamweaver player, increase your Constitution attribute score by 1 and add 1 stamina to your con row from the supply. This is where I don't know if this ignores the limits or not. But I'm going to say it does, I guess. If you're... And this is interesting. It says it in here, too, that if your King's Favor is 4 or higher, you do not have stash, you could do that. Maybe I was supposed to do this first before I did that. Oh well. Use an item, rest, move to another location. Before I rest... So we're done with this until Adventure 10. Don't fall. Back to here. I'm not going to use the bird again until I get up to the bridge. The head is called the bridge. The crank. Do I need the crank here? I'm thinking that might be here. This can go away. Should I take a peek at the flute? I mean, it's a fatigue. 75. You play the flute and find its tone to be incredibly pure, almost angelic. After improvising a few phrases, you turn to the sheet music on the skeleton's lap and give it a try. It's a lovely melody that gives you a feeling of expansiveness and open skies. Okay, so... do I just go to the head now? What does it say I can do? Oh no, I was going to rest. Use another item, rest, or move to another location. 8, 10. Well, I'm resting, so we get our bonus plays back. Flip that. We have to go down to the proper number here when we rest. I'll refill that in a minute. Cards back. Flip this. Cards back. I don't know if I want to risk 2 or if I should just do 3. I'm just going to do 2. We're about to have another encounter, which we'll probably flip it and be able to rest again. So we'll do 2. Just going to pick 2 and roll them for both people. All right, here. 9, finally. We probably have to use these to refill some stuff over here. 7. Okay, 1, 2. We're going to be left with 1 here. And we're filled up, I guess. 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 1. All right, so I think I just want to get enough combat or experience points to up my combat dice next time. Maybe. I haven't really done much with the mastery track. I mean, there's a lot of boxes on the mastery track. All right, anyway, so that was resting. Use an item or move to another location were the other options, right? We'll go up to the bridge. Now we've got 3 here. The other book. (9-3). If you have the title Constructor's Assembler, we do. Constructor's Assembler. This is the guy we met at the prison. We put his head back on. So it was interesting that gnome was like the creator of the constructs, and we have a construct. We go to 9-5 instead of the normal thing. If the sentry token is on the adventure map, roll a die. If the result is 3 or higher, we move him. It's not, so he doesn't move. In a small room, sitting at a desk, you find the construct guard you reassembled in Kolbak. Do you remember my dream? He asks. In it, I wore white robes and sacrificed a human to the gods. He raises his arms to show you the long white robes he has found. This hasn't started good. Do we have any humans? No. These were here in a chest with the journal Gulpax the crafter kept as she made the first constructs. It says Gulpax abducted a male human in white robes and brought him to her workshop to study. She wanted our bodies to be just like his. You see, my dream wasn't exactly right, but it wasn't exactly wrong either. How can that be? The construct's head twitches slightly. He seems awfully confused. I have 2 internal directives, and I do not know how to choose. One tells me to return to Kolbak and inform the others of what I have learned. The other tells me to search Ulos for additional volumes of Gulpax's journal. What would you advise me to do? Do I encourage him to tell the other constructs, or encourage him to strike out on his own adventure? His own adventure, 52. A smile spreads across the construct's face. Yes, I will wander the world and perhaps discover more of Gulpax's secrets. What a lovely idea. He rises to leave with a look of excitement in his eyes. By the way, I found my true name in this codex, he tells you. I am B-143, and I thank you for your help. Return the title Construct Assemblers to the title deck. Construct Assembler. And reveal title card 81. Titles. What number are you? 38. 81. 38 can go back in. Wandering Construct, this one is called. You reattached the head of a construct and then found him exploring his history inside the Girlong Colossus. He was confused by conflicting desires, so you advised him to wander Ulos in search of adventure. Wandering Construct. Ah, crap. 81 was this one. Rest or move to the next location on your path. Well, we can't rest, so we're up to the bridge. F. If you have the keyword standby, we don't. If there's no XP... Oh, I was supposed to put XP there when I revealed it. You look out through the Colossus' windowed eyes over Girlong Bay. Between you and the glass there is a long panel of knobs and levers, each labeled with ancient runes and pictographs. The whole array hums and buzzes with internal activity. You have reached the control center of the metal giant. As you stare in wonder, a small figure crawls down over one of the windowed eyes, smashes open one of the faceted panes with his mallet, and leaps into the room. You take a defensive stance, but the figure chuckles. I see you got the bird I sent you, says a familiar voice, and you suddenly recognize the figure as Gimlix, the treasure-hunting gnome you met in Jolev. His forearm is still marked with the eye of the starlit door. If you have the title King's Company, F2. If you have the title Dragon Friend, F3. We're King's Company. I heard the king sent you, says Gimlix. After everything you've seen, you still fall in line under Terran? Personally, I would have given the ring to Verandor. Gimlix chuckles when you ask him how he could know of your adventure near Cuddy's Landing. The Eye watches over us all, he says ominously, leaving it at that. If you have either of the titles, Starlet Ascendant or Starlet Hope, I think we have Starlet Hope. Starlet Hope. So we're going to go to a different passage. F4. Gimlix places 3 fingers under his right eye and bows. I forgot to welcome you as a member, he says. My apologies. Then the gnome hops on top of the control panel and points out through the Colossus' windowed eyes. In the distance, you see a massive stone gate towering over the abandoned lands. The battle has already begun, says Gimlix, but before we can join in, we should pay a visit to the Immortal Knight. If Terran wants him back and Verandor wants the Immortal Knight dead, then the Starlit Door ought to have a say in the matter, don't you think? Before you can respond, Gimlix drops to the floor, opens a hatch under the control panel, and climbs in. I have to do some work on the control panel. Why don't you go below and see if you can't get all the mechanisms working? Hurry back when you've got everything moving again. I'll be here. If you have all 3 of these keywords, pump, breathe, and sing, we go to F5. Or we can rest and move to another location. We can't even use a item. Well, that's a bummer. I guess we're going to move to another location. Because we don't have the keyword breathe yet. We've got pump and sing. Danger and stash. I wish we still had harmless. So there hasn't been anything that said anything about moving through the sentry. So we can move all the way around. We're going to go to the lungs. There's no connection here. So we have to stop here. And then we do 4. If you have any of the titles, Mala's Contempt, Masik's Spite, Starlit Hope, or Initiative of the Starlit Door. Well, we know we have Starlit Hope, so we go to 9-6. If the sentry token is on the adventure map, we roll. It's a 2. If the result is 3 or higher, we move it. It's not. If you have both Mala's Contempt and Starlit Killer, if you have both Masik's Spite and Starlit Killer, if you have both of, if you have Starlit Hope, we go to 9-10. 9-10. Steam billows from an old pipe, filling the corridor. Through this cloud stepped the cloaked figures of a young Bastia woman. I think those are like the cat people. Bastia woman. And an elderly dragon kid man. As they grow closer, you recognize the smiling faces of Masik and Mala, who greet you warmly. I mean, I don't think I had both of those other ones. I guess I should check, right? Mala's Contempt and Starlit Killer. Friend of Gimlix. Mala's Respect, Masik's Esteem. I don't have Starlit Killer. Yeah, so we're in the right spot. All right. Our stars align once more, says Masik. Only this time we meet on sacred ground. This is the Colossus of the Gulpax the Crafter, creator of the construct race and traveler between worlds. Mala explains, we came to collect these. She shows you several leather folios full of sheet music. Gulpax's songs hold many secrets from her travels through the plains. These will be our guide once we take the gate of Brizor Wall. Masik draws closer. Wait, he says. Look into my eyes. If your Starlit favor is 3 or higher, go to 53, otherwise 54. So we go to 53. Lots of interaction here. Masik smiles. I can see you've been loyal to our cause, but has your search been successful, he says. Mallow, let's see what the door has gained. Mallow steps forward to search your bags. If any player has the artifact Onyx Cube, pretty sure we do. Please don't take it from me. I thought we did. Isn't that the one that gets like a 6 or something? There you go. Yeah, Onyx Cube. We go back to 23. And that's the first option. There's a couple other options there, but that's the first one. May 6 smiles. I see your mission was successful. Show me the cube. You pull the Onyx Cube from your bag and it levitates over your hand. May 6 smiles. He traces the shape of an eye on your forehead with his finger. You're now a full member of the Starlet Door, he says with pride. Starlet Door +1. Return the Starlet Hope title to the deck. And reveal title card 30. We've had that one for a while. So here's one actually where we didn't have a check, so our rest token has not flipped back over. Initiate of the Starlet Door is what this one's called. Members of the Starlet Door welcomed your interest in joining their order. After you proved your skill at finding ancient artifacts, they promoted you to a full member of their ranks. Initiate of the Starlet Door. Rest, move to the next location. Well, we can't rest. That's the last random thing, so we're not going to be able to get danger off of there. Oh, I wonder if that one was going to make it danger no matter what, because I feel like if I helped Tarek out, it just would have been danger. Steel lungs, you have the keyword breathe. We do not yet. If there's no XP, but there is, otherwise collect the XP. If the sentry's at this location, it's not, otherwise continue reading. You pass through a round doorway into a bright shaft of sunlight. A wooden workbench covered with tools and metal bird parts lines the wall to your left. In a pile of beaks and wings, you find an on trinket. Discovery card 55. Mechanical whistle. $55. Where am I using all these items? In the center of this tall, narrow room, a mass of green vines rises up from a planter and spreads out across a glass ceiling far above you. Thin green and yellow leaves sprout everywhere from the vines, creating a warm and beautiful glow in the sunlight. You look to the ceiling and discover a flock of mechanical birds perched in the vines. You spy eagles, herons, peacocks, and pelicans all sitting motionless high above you, gathering dust. Embedded high up in opposite walls, 2 gigantic fans lie dormant, their blades obstructed by the massive vines. To get them moving again, you'll need to remove those vines. So we could climb up and cut them down. That's strength and constitution. Or we could pull the vines down from the ground is strength and wisdom. We've got all kinds of wisdom, still not a whole lot of strength. Maybe I should spend some mastery track stuff to get a strength point. So let's pull the vines down from the ground. B7. You identify the vines that entrap the fans and pull hard against them. These vines are sturdier than they look, so we have to do a might 4. I hope I remember that. Might 4. Three white, 3 red, a black, green, and an anything. Okay, 3 white. We got our new white scroll. Red isn't, oh, we got a red scroll also. So let's just get 2 red. I don't think I wanted to go too crazy with the dice purchases here because I'm going to start needing to walk around and doing combinations of these items, which is going to also create fatigue. I can get a black die from the scrolls. I can get a green die from the scrolls. That's an anything die. I guess I'll get a white on each side, and then I think I'm going to call that done. So I need 6 randoms. Three. And 3. Okay. This could work out actually. Depends on what I roll, I guess. Red 6, white 6, white 1. This is a red or blue 5. We've got a green 4. I could flip this and up this with dice or with cards that I already know I have. I need a black 3. This I can flip to the 2. This I can tick down. Do I have a purple flip? I don't think I do, actually. I can re-roll purple. Those are my scrolls. Any color to a 3. I mean, I could do a combination, I guess. Any color to a 3, and then I think I have a purple down. No, wait, that could go there with a flip. Actually, I don't even think I need to worry about this purple die. So I'm just going to start playing cards. So subvert will flip this, will make this red. Is that what I want to do? 5 to a 2, but then I don't have like a red down to a 1. Because my red manipulation is just a -1, I think. I do have a purple flip. All right, so let's just take care of this right now. It's a spent card, purple flip, 6 to a 1, done. The black 3 could be a problem. Five to any color. That's increased black or purple. Green to any color. So I've only played 1 card so far. 3 or 4 to any color. I might have to do this. Flip this and change it to a red 1. Okay, yep. 3 or 4 to any color. So this is going to become black for here. Any color to a 1. I guess I don't have to flip. This will work out. So let's do this to change this to a 1. I'm done with free plays on this side. Now I want to flip this 5 to a red 2, so subvert. That's our other free play on that side, so that 5 flips to a 2 to go into that red spot. And now I just need my green plus or minus and my white plus or minus. And there'll be bonus plays on either side. So there's a white plus or minus to a 2. That's a bonus play. And then we're going to have a bonus play on this side for our green. I'm pretty sure I have a green increase. I mean, I could either flip or I have this decrease, so we'll play the decrease by 1 or 2 to a 3. All right, so the discard cards will go back in hand. 2 XP. Dice go back in the bag. Didn't even need to use my scroll. 2 bonus plays played though. I get to flip this back over. These are spent. I'm going to flip them. And that was B7. You rip down the vines and free the fans. So 16. You discover that relatively few vines are actually entangled in the fans. You rip these by their roots and pull them to the floor. Soon the fans are mobile again. Thick, smoky air enters the room from one fan, and the vine's leaves reach out, inhaling the smoke. As the air drifts past the vines, it becomes purified and exits the room through the other fan. Oh, so that's why it's called the lungs. Okay. As the clean air circulates, mechanical birds animate in the vines above. They preen their feathers and click their talons. Some catch the light breeze and drift in circles around the upper reaches of the narrow room. So now we have breathe. So we've got all 3 of those things that we needed to do something up in the bridge. Use an item, rest, move to another location. Rest. I'm going to use some items before I rest. So mechanical bird. There's other mechanical birds in here. Do you want to go hang out with your homies? It's 71. The mechanical sparrow hops around on the workbench, nosing at the spare parts. Then it looks up at the other mechanical birds. Use another item, rest, move to another location. There's so many combinations of these that I could do. That was the only one that was free. Is this where I got the whistle? I can't remember. What did it say? Takes, nope. Mechanical sparrow hops around on the workbench, nosing at the spare parts. Then it looks up at the other mechanical birds. I can't remember if this is where I got the whistle. Let's try to whistle. 55. You blow the whistle and it lets out a sweet series of chirps. Not worth it. Use another item, rest, move to another location. Do I dare going back up to the Klinox? Do I dare encountering the sentry? Because I'm pretty sure if I go there, it's going to say like, hey, if the sentry's here, you got to go read this other thing. Engine room. Did I try any of the stuff in the engine room? Let's go back to the engine room. We're going to move to another location. I'm not going to rest yet. A. You have the keyword dream time. If there's no XP, go to A1. Here in the engine room, the pistons are motionless and the sentries gather dust, half buried in the floor. Their degolium chest cavities are open and empty. Sentry slot 4 remains vacant. Oh, that's the guy that's probably wandering around. Rest or move to another location. I can't even use items here? All right. I guess we go up to the bridge. We've got the keywords we needed. We can free move because there's no encounters in the way. D, E, F. If you have the keyword standby, no. If there's no XP, go to F1. Gimlix pokes his head out from under the Colossus control panel, a knife in one hand and a can on the other. Make any progress, he asks. We need all the inner mechanism of the Colossus to be working again. If you have all 3 of the keywords, pump, breathe, and sing, go to F5. You tell Gimlix all you have done to get the Colossus working again. He looks impressed and quickly climbs up to fiddle with a few knobs on the control panel. Well done, he says. Are you ready to go? We don't have a lot of time, but if there's anything you still want to do before we launch, now is the time to do it. Continue to explore the Colossus. Record the keyword standby and move to another location. We haven't found a item here yet. What was I supposed to record? Oh, standby. So I could, if I'm going to continue to explore, I have to record the keyword standby and move to another location. So let's just move down to the antechamber, I guess. So D, if you have the keyword sing, we do. We go to D4. If the sentry's at this location, we go to D5. He's not. The bones of an ancient gnome rest in a stuffed chair surrounded by strange musical instruments. We've already done stash. We can use an item, rest, or move to another location. So the question is, in this antechamber, we already did the flute. Did we do the bird? The bird is free. It's 71. Mechanical sparrow hops onto the lap of the skeletal gnome and looks quizzically at the unfinished sheet music. It looks like it wants to learn the song. Oh. It looks like it wants to learn the song. Let's play it the song. 71.75. Cost us a fatigue. You play the flute while the mechanical sparrow flits about the room as if dancing in the air to your music. The gnome whose bones rest here must have been an interesting soul to imbue this mechanical bird with a love for music. That didn't teach it anything. Do we have to use the whistle? I'm going to try anything at this point. 55.71. It's another thing for the whistle. 55.71. You hold the mechanical sparrow and look for a way to insert the whistle. There's no opening large enough, but you find a keyhole in its chest. A keyhole? The hand crank has like a key thing. Okay, so 58.71 is another fatigue. What are we at? 5, we're at 8 and 10. So 58.71. You insert the crank into the chest of your mechanical sparrow. As you turn the crank, a compartment in the throat of the bird slides open. Go to D27. It seems you revealed a secret compartment. Return discovery cards 58 and 71 to the discovery deck. How long could I have done this? 58 and 71 are done. I guess I didn't get that clue before until I had to whistle about the keyhole, right? Uh-oh, 58.71 to 27. Reveal discovery card 62. Okay, this is interesting. Unlocked Sparrow. It's free, thank goodness. Now we can use an item, rest, or move to another location. Well, let's check out our new Unlocked Sparrow. 62. The mechanical sparrow hops about the room with its open throat, pulling at the bottoms of tapestries and the strings of instruments. It manages to gather a few fibers and starts building a little nest in the skeleton's lap. Okay, so where else do I want to use this new Unlocked Sparrow? We didn't get any new keywords or anything. I still have the whistle, right? D27. So make sure I put all the cards back. 58 and 71, yeah. I don't know if I want to go encounter that sentry. We've got the construct like title thing. I'm gonna rest before I go encounter this sentry. And then maybe head up to that Kleinox camp. So that goes back there. I flipped that. I've got 10 and 8. Bonus plays go back. I guess I don't need to get random dice, do I? How many XP am I going to spend? 2? I just don't know if there's going to be a fight with this sentry. That's why I want to rest. More to just reset everything, then I'm not too worried about hit points right now. So here, 5. I got a familiar die. 3, 4, 4, 1. Over here. Why do I always roll better over here? Always. Newton Puddle Walker is a resting machine. I think that's all of the resting. Okay, so let's go into C, see what happens with this sentry. I'm sure it's going to say we got to encounter it. If there's no XP, go to C1. If the sentry's at this location, go to C3. A ladderway brings you into an alcove where you find Sentry 4 chopping green and yellow leaves with its back to you. A large rusty lever protrudes from its back. When the sentry hears you enter, it turns, revealing its Dergolium chestplate. It searches for you, knife in hand. Attack the sentry before it's too late. Pull the sentry's lever. Or scale the walls of the chamber above and hide. Dex and Wisdom is pull the sentry's lever. We've got a bunch of Wisdom. Let's try that. C12. You creep low along the sides of the room, hoping to sneak up behind the sentry while it searches for you. If your Starlet is 4 or higher, it is, we're at 6 now. Add 2 stamina to your Dex row from the supply ignoring the usual limit. Dangerous Stealth 3. This is a Stealth 3. But it's dangerous. Is that the one? Well, no, this doesn't have rounds. And we get 2 to our Dex. 2 to our Dex. Dangerous, that's what it was. Rewards cannot be gained unless all dice slots are covered. Oh, that's not too bad. Because I want all dice slots to be covered anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4 black. We're gonna get 3, 2. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, 4. Still 4 black. 2 white and 1 white or green. 7, 4. Go for a white. So that's 4 out of 8. I think I just draw a random because I've got scroll cards that I can get black, white, and green. So 4 more. 1, 2, 3. This has started out marvelously. 4. All right. Those were none of the colors I needed. Black 3. All right. I'm going to flip this for a bonus play token and just do our scroll stuff. Where are all my scrolls? 2 purple, black, green, red. Anything that gets set as a 6, white. I've also got a white and black familiar that's decent in this situation. White, red, green, black, 2 purple. Purple, red, purple, black, green and white. And then I need a random out of here to set to a 6. A white or a green would be nice. It's black, set as a 6, which I already have 2 of. Okay, these need to be rolled. These are all spent with that 1 bonus play. So I talked a lot of crap about that ability early on in the campaign, but now it's paying off the more scroll cards I get. White 5, black 4, green 1. All right. I've got any color to a 1. I don't think I have a 1 to any color though. 3 or 4 to any color is not helpful. So decrease a black or purple die by 1 or 2. I could probably change this red one to one of the black ones. I don't think I can manipulate this purple. This is looking pretty bad actually. Any color to red or white. Well, we can flip this green one actually. I know I've got a green flip in here somewhere. Yep, okay, so we'll spin subvert to flip the green to a 6, and then we're done with that. Any color to a 3, not that helpful. Any color to a 5. We're going to play our Onyx Cube. Change one of these to a 5. A black 2. And I've got a red to any color. I don't think I have a flip of a, what's it called? A flip of a black die. How am I going to get that black 2? And I don't think I have a blue. I might have to play some familiars. Oh, I can do that one and decrease that one? Yeah, okay. I've got a red to any color, relentless. So this red 2 becomes a black 2. And then I've got a, the decrease the black die. Decrease a black or purple die by 1 or 2. So that's all of my free cards. Any color to red or white is a bonus play. This one. And then I've got somewhere in here my no, I'll do the spell book because that's a discarded card instead of a spent card. Spellbook increases 1 white die or decreases it by 1, so we'll increase it by 1 and done. All right, discard cards back. These are all discard cards. 2 XP, dice back into the pool, I mean the bag. Flip our rest token. Dangerous goes back. And, oh, what passage was that? Dangerous Stealth 3 right here. You take it by surprise and pull the rusty lever, 23. You sneak up behind the sentry and pull its lever before it knows where you are. Once the lever is down, the sentry suddenly looks very tired. It immediately drops its knife and leaves the room. You're now alone in a small kitchen under the slowly pumping dragonhide heart of the Colossus. Remove the sentry token from the adventure map. Record the keyword dream time. So I saw that keyword, I think down here. I think also over here. Okay, so dream time. Use an item, rest, or move to another location. So while we're in here, we'll use our free unlocked sparrow. So 62. The mechanical sparrow with the open throat rolls on its back and waits as if expecting you to put something in the open space. So let's try the whistle. Put something in the open space. The whistle is going to cost us a fatigue to combine it with the thing. 62.55. I'm at 8 and 7. 8 and 7. 55.62 actually, because we do the lower number first. 55.62. You slide the whistle into the mechanical sparrow's open throat compartment and it clicks into place. C25. Could I have done that in the other room? Probably. The little bird in your hand lets out a series of chirps and hops about happily. Return discovery cards 55 and 62 to the deck. Reveal discovery card 82. Maybe it needed this upgrade before it could learn the song. Whistling Sparrow. All right, so now we're going to play the flute for the sparrow. $82. Wait, I'm not done. Use an item, rest, move to another location. Should I rest now? No, I'm going to keep this going. So we're going to try to teach it the song it said in that other place it wanted to learn the song. Do I have to do that in the antechamber? Probably not. 75.82. You play your flute and a mechanical sparrow chirps right along, repeating your every phrase. The reverberation in the chamber above you is lovely, and the sparrow takes flight, circling the Colossus's heart while singing its heart out. In this space, it sounds as if many of the contraptions were singing together. You play the phrase you found in the lap of the skeletal gnome, and when the sparrow repeats it, several compartments open up underneath the wooden counter. C27. In the compartments, you find some dried herbs, long turned to dust, a box of salt, and a flask of healing elixir, marvelously preserved. Add 3 stamina, divided as you choose, to any of your attribute rows from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. All right. I guess I only used the free stuff over here. So I'll go 2 dex and a wisdom, I guess. Just put them all over there. Use another item, rest, move to another location. Let's try the bird in other places. Let me go back to. Wait, I don't want to wake it up. So let's just go to B first. I thought there was something about dream time over here. You have breathe, go to B4. Okay, sorry, I had to throw in a cut there. The alarm on my phone went off and it scared the bejeebus out of me. So I've moved into B and we had the keyword breathe, so we're at B4. The sentry is not here, so we can use item, rest, or move to another location. We're gonna do the bird again, see if it does anything else. 80, no, so 75, 82. You play your flute and the mechanical sparrow sings right along. It flies and loops around the vines while repeating every musical phrase you play. When you're done, it lands on the workshop table. You notice someone has carved a bit of musical notation into the wood. You try this tune and your sparrow chirps along. After finishing the bars, you hear a click below the workbench and find a small safe in the floor has popped open. Inside you find a few ancient coins. Gain 3 gold. Yeah, we're going to go around and do this in all the rooms. This seems good. I really don't want to go back up there. I don't know. What am I going to... I'm already using the flute, so I've used all the items, I guess. Let's just try it in the antechamber. I don't want to go down here just yet in case it wakes up the guy, because I know dream time is definitely down here. So let's do D. If you have the keyword sing, we do. Sentry's not here. We've got the stash already. So using items, 75, 82. Okay, so we're at 11 and 10. 75, 82. You play the flute and the mechanical sparrow sings right along. As you play the notes on the sheet music in the skeleton's lap, the bird begins to sing in unison with you. The tune has a powerful effect on the walls around you, which shake as if the Colossus itself were responding to the sound you make with the bird. Gain 3 XP. 1, 2, 3. Do I go to the bridge next? And try it? Let's go down to the engine room. I'm pretty sure it said something about dream time. Yeah, if you have dream time, go to A2. In front of the array of crystals, shafts, and sleeping sentries, you find Sentry 4 sweeping up red sand and pouring it back into the top of shaft number 4, which it has repaired with a strip of sturdy adhesive cloth. When it has finished its work, Sentry 4 lies down in its slot in the floor. The chests of all the other sentries are open, revealing empty compartments within, but Sentry 4's Dergolium chestplate remains closed. Use an item, rest, or move to another location. Well, we're going to play our birdie flute. 7582. You try the song from the sheet music you found in Lapis Skeleton Gnome. The sparrow mimics tune perfectly. The sound of these notes from the flute and sparrow causes a reaction in the Dergolium chestplate of Sentry 4. Go to A6. Gears turn, switches click, and the Sentry's chest springs open, revealing a simple jar of purple face paint. The Colossus shakes around you. Crackling purple energy fills the air. You hear the cry of giant bats in the air. Before your rift can open, you tuck the jar into a chainmail Dergolium sack and all grows still once more. Reveal rare card 22. Lavender pigment. Any color to a 2. So now I can use another item, rest, or move to another location. Well, we'll move up to the bridge. It said something about the bats. You hear the cry of giant bats in the air. Before a rift can open, you tuck the jar into the chainmail, and it grows still once more. The bats were out there with those guys, right? But I got to figure out who to give this to. It's an artifact. I feel like we've been playing lots of cards on this side. Who has a lot of these artifacts? He's got, Newton's got that one. So 1, 2. Got the red pearl here. Jade gauntlet there. So it's a tie, 2-2. So we'll put it here. And I didn't rest yet, right? No. Okay, so back to F. See if we can get anything with our bird, and then we probably just go to the end. Is what I'm thinking. If we tell, what's the guy's name? If you have the keyword standby, go to F6. Return to Gimlix in the Colossus' head. He seems eager to get moving. I guess we can't use items up here. Tell him we're ready to launch or we move to another location. I'm ready to go. We don't have any other items or anything. We've used a lot. Most of the items were just to unlock the sparrow, to get the sparrow up to its whistling form. So let's go, F7. Gimlix nods and climbs into what appears to be the captaincy of this vessel. As he searches for something in the arm of his chair, you hear a familiar voice mumbling to itself from the ladder belowway. Suddenly, a goblin emerges onto the bridge. You recognize him as Gundur, your Dragul companion from Kolbak. He carries a mass of maps and diagrams with him. Hello, Gundur says, surprised to see you. I see you've got the control center operational. I have some blueprints here that show us how. Suddenly, Gundur leaps back, dropping his papers and drawing a thin blade of chiseled bone. He points his blade directly at Gimlix. Are you with him? Gundur asks nervously. Gimlix steps forward, brandishing his mallet. There's no room for you, Goblin. Time to go. Evenly matched, they pace around each other, looking for a chance to strike. You'll have to choose one of these two to help you pilot the Colossus to Afril in search of the Immortal Knight. Well, I guess we got to go with Gimlix and chase Gundur away. F8. You stand beside Gimlix and draw your weapons. Gundur looks crestfallen. He gathers his papers and heads back down the ladderway into the depths of the Colossus. Gimlix seals the entryway and takes the captain's chair. Record the keyword Gimlix. If your Dragul is higher than Starlet, it's not. Otherwise, your Starlet goes up 2. Ooh, now it's higher than King's Favor. Dragul down 1. If any player has the object card Gray Matter, it's not a scroll. Dreamstone. I don't think we have that one. Oh, we do have gray matter. Okay, we go to F11. No, F10. Gimlix holds out his hand. I'm going to need that little jar you and Tarek found at Black Lake. I trust you still have it. You produce the jar of gray matter and hand it to Gimlix. A small pedestal rises from the floor next to his seat. He places the jar on this pedestal and covers it with a small Dergolium dome. Then the pedestal retreats into the floor. Gimlix turns a few knobs and pulls several levers. The air overhead darkens and begins to swirl. Return the object card gray matter to the rare deck. Return the title Revealer of Secrets to the title deck. Each player add 1 stamina to every attribute row, ignoring the usual limit. 1 to every attribute row. This means I'm not done. I thought I was done. This could be bad. Well, I need to turn some of these in then. 5 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ignoring the limits. I need 1 more for each. And a 5, or I'll just take a 10. Take this 5 off of here. Should have rested. I thought I was done. Oh, Revealer of Secrets, and then go to F12. You may have noticed that the King's Rift in Sabek was rather disruptive, he says. That's because he had only a jar and a Dergolium tuning fork to work with. But with a machine like this, we can direct an artifact's power, almost like the gate at Brizor Wall. Gimlix twists a knob at the end of his armrest, and the Colossus hull hums around you. Could you play a few bars on that flute of yours, please? He asks you. You comply and repeat the phrasings on the sheet music you found on the ancient gnome's lap. The air crackles with purple energy. Hold on, cries Gimlix. The next part could get a little bumpy. Reveal discovery cards 41 and 42 and put them together near the party journal to form a unique skill check. Okay, 41 and 42. Unique skill check. This is cool. Different. I guess like this. The skill check requires placing 9 dice in rows so that the sum of the 2 dice on the right equals the value of the die placed on the left. Oh boy. If your Starlet favors 5 or higher, each player adds 2 stamina from the supply to either their Dex, Wisdom, or Intelligence attribute row, ignoring the usual limit. All right. This is a bummer that I didn't rest. So Dex, Wisdom, or Intelligence. We're already at 4. We've got a bunch of stuff here. I think a smart player would have rested. I need to go with blue here, I think. I'm at 12, so let me get 1, 2, 3 black dice. I'm just going to try to get the exact amount of dice that I need. Or the exact colors, I mean. So I'm at 16 of 25. Let's go white, white, and white. Most of my dice generation is sitting right here in the spent. Oh man, I should have rested. This is terrible. And I guess I'll go 3 on each side. So what am I at? That's 18, 21, and this is 20 for 3 blue dice. And we go 1 random because it's dice limit 10. Green. These are 3 colors that I actually don't have a lot of dice manipulation for either. I wonder if you go with the other guy, if these would have been like different colors. That'd be kind of interesting. Okay, black 5, white 2 and a 3, blue 4 and a 1. Oh, our onyx cube would have been perfect. Okay, I need to flip this white one to a 5. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Increase a blue or green die by 1 or 2. That's discarded. So this 4 goes up to a 5. We've got a white flipper in here somewhere. Hang on. I'm just thinking there could be a better way to do this. If I could treat this green as black, this to a 1, let's treat that green as a black, as a card on this side. I believe 5 to any color. 5 to any color, this is better. Oops, that just makes that white. Okay, oh wait, I gotta flip this over, I haven't played this. So that's 1 free play card there. Treating this 5 as white to go here. And then I need my green to any color. Honorable, green to any color. So black. And then I have my white, or my any color to a 1, right? Oh wait, decrease a black or purple die by 1 or 2, crossbow. And that was only 2 cards on each side. Wow. So that worked out. Discard cards go back. I didn't even use any bonus plays, but I'm like, I have very few hit points left, 4 and 5. There's no XP on here. Is there anything special? No. Yeah, there's no rewards on this card. So let me just see, is this just the end now? Colossus opens the rift easily, F16. As you work the strange controls of the machine, you fall into a rhythm. Gimlex calls out instructions and you rush around the Colossus bridge, flipping switches, turning knobs and pushing buttons. That did it, Gimlex exclaims. Nicely done. That should carry us right to Afril and the Immortal Knight. You hold on to the control panel as the Colossus reaches forward and rips the air open before it in two. Suddenly there is a clean rift large enough for the Colossus to step through. With one final flick of a lever, the Colossus steps through the rift. Gain 3 XP and turn to the end. Okay, yep. We got a bunch of XP to spend. The end. You arrive on the other side of the rift, and the interior of the Colossus's bridge is bathed in red sunlight. The Colossus wades in an endless gray ocean, which is interrupted by a gigantic cluster of purple stone archways nearby. Moving toward this structure, the Colossus sinks deeper into the sea with each massive, shuddering step. By the time you approach land, the water is up to its neck, and your vision is obscured by steam. You smell burning metal from the passageways below. Glass shatters as you collide with land. You fall forward and roll out through a break in the Colossus's face. You crawl to higher ground and watch from safety as gray folk emerge from the sea. While the creatures of this strange world destroy your only way home, you take a moment to reflect. Return Discovery cards 41 and 42 to the Discovery deck. If you have the keyword harmless, reveal title card 85. If you have the keyword danger, reveal title card 83. Ah, bummer. Maybe I should have gone up there. Title card 83. Hostile life form. The Klinoks currently assess you as a threat. They are unlikely to welcome you into their spaces and will probably treat you as an active enemy if they meet you. That's not good. Which titles did you earn? Now I gotta look. Starlet Ascendant. No. We got Initiate of the Starlit Door. Construct's Duty. Did we get Construct's Duty? No, we got Wandering Construct, right? Where did it even go? Oh, right here. Wandering Construct. You find yourself imagining B-143's new life, adventuring across Ulos. What a strange joy it must be to live thousands of years in obedience to a set of commands, then suddenly break free. B-143 seems so excited to leave his old pattern behind and test his fortunes on the open road. You hope he is safe in his journeys. Known to Klinoks. Known to Klinoks. Known to Jara. No. Hostile life form. The rubber-bodied, crystal-faced creatures you encountered in the Colossus were hostile and strange. You remember their powerful magic and wonder about its source. Perhaps if you encounter them again, you might learn their secrets. Conclusion. If you have Gimlex, which we do, go to end 1. Gimlex gives you a nudge to wake you from your reflection. He points to the shoreline where 2 figures emerge from the Colossus' head. Gundar and Tarek Nolan scramble free and make their separate ways into the arch cluster. They're looking for the Immortal Knight too, he says. If he sides with the king, he will make trouble for us in the battle ahead. If the Dragul kills him first, that will give them an edge. But if we can find him first, we might be able to persuade the knight to our cause. Gimlex pats your shoulder and heads up the archway. Best if we split up, he says. We have a better chance of finding him that way. Soon you're alone on the shores of this strange world. You steel your courage. It's time to find the Immortal Knight and prepare for the battle at Brizor Wall. And then actually here's the song. I'm not going to sing it or read it though. Okay, so that's Adventure 9. I'll think about how to spend the XP. We'll put out a market because we've got 5 gold, which is enough to buy something. I wish we could have figured out how to have the Klinoks on our side, but that's my fault for wanting to see that gray stuff poured all over what's his name. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this Adventure 9 of Role Player Adventures. There's 2 more adventures to go, I believe. There's Adventure 10 and then the finale. So I'm going to definitely play those to see out this story. Like I said, hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy everything that I'm putting up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.